Hey YouTube, it's Zoe, Read by Zoe, and today I'm going to show you the books that I'm planning on bringing to college. I move into my college dorm tomorrow, as in the day after today, and I am pretty terrified, not going to lie. Now that the moment is actually here, and I've been waiting for this moment for so long, I just think that everything's going to go wrong, and I know that it won't, but what if it does? This is probably going to be the last that you see of this background for a couple of months. Actually, not true, because I'm planning on pre-filming a couple of videos today just so that I'll have some time to calm down and get used to college and you can have something to watch. So you'll see this hot pink shirt in a couple of videos, but just know that I'm at college when I upload those videos. The next time that you see me and I'm not in this hot pink shirt, I will be at college and I will have a really weird background just because I'll be in a small dorm and I'll have to film in some obscure place so that the lighting is good. Also, I'll have a worse camera just because I'm not bringing my big fancy camera for the first month that I'm at college, just in case it gets stolen, so I'll have my old camcorder. The quality will be a little bit worse. Now on to the video. The first couple of books I'm planning on bringing are the books of the Goddess Test series by Amy Carter. There is The Goddess Test, Goddess Interrupted, The Goddess Legacy, and The Goddess Inheritance. I've read the first book, The Goddess Test, and the novella between the first and second book, but I've not read the rest of the books. So talking about catching up with or finishing series, I have 3 more books that will do that with 3 different series, and the first one is For a Divergent Collection by Veronica Roth. This is a collection of divergent stories from For's point of view. Even though For is not my favorite fictional male protagonist character, I still like him and I want to know how he lived. The next book is The Evolution of Mara Dyer by Michelle Hodkin. This is the second book in the Mara Dyer trilogy, and the third book comes out in a couple of months, I think. I'm not really up to date with the specifics of this trilogy, but I read the first book in January, I think, and I really liked it. I liked how it was a psychological thriller type thing. It was just about a girl who is insane, and you don't know what's real or what is just her hallucinations. And the last book that will catch me up in another trilogy is Never Fade by Alexandra Bracken. This is the second book in the Darkest Minds trilogy, and the Darkest Minds I enjoyed, but it wasn't one of my favorites. I was just kind of, it was okay, but I really want to continue on because I think that it's supposed to get better. The first book, I just thought it was kind of boring. Then I'm planning on bringing a whole lot of classics, just because through the Jane Austen book club I've gotten really interested in Jane Austen, obviously, so I have a lot of her books, but then also through Jane Austen I've gotten really interested in other classics that I have been wanting to read for a while. So I have some of those too, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to read all of these, just because in college I'm going to be an English major with a concentration in film and media studies, so English majors read a lot. And I'm not sure if I'll be able to read really thick classics, but I'm going to. You know what? I'm going to. Never say never, because I will. These classics will also be in a later haul video because I purchased all of them pretty recently. First, I have a compilation of some of Jane Austen's works, which are Lady Susan, The Watsons, and Sanditon, and I really want to read these after I read all 6 of Jane Austen's finished novels. Next is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, and this cover. I can stare at this cover all day. Then I'm bringing Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen, and this is a Jane Austen book that I'm going to read next month. It is also in the same edition. I'm also bringing Emma by Jane Austen, even though this is the Jane Austen book that I'm reading in January. So it's a while, but also it's beautiful, so I can just stare at this one too. Next I am bringing Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte, and I've been interested in this book for a while, so bringing it. And the last classic that I'm planning on bringing is Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. I also just bought Pride and Prejudice and Zombies by Jane Austen and Seth Grahame-Smith, and I just think it would be really funny to read this after I finish Pride and Prejudice, just to see how it compares, and it sounds fun. So remember that thing that I just said about wanting to finish series before I start new ones? Well, I have a lot of first books of series that I want to start when I'm at college. The first one is Across the Universe by Beth Revis. It is about a people on a spaceship, and then there's cryogenically frozen people, and then this girl wakes up before she's supposed to, and she's wondering why. The next book is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I've been hearing so much about this book for so long. It sounds really cool. I hear that the main character, Selena, is really kick-butt, and I love when there are really kick-butt female heroines as the main character. It's just like Katniss. She was kick-butt, but I hear that Selena, is even more kick-butt. I don't really know too much about it, but She looks pretty cool. Then I have the 2 books of the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children series, which is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children and Hollow City by Ransom Riggs. I have been wanting to read this series for a while, except I started the first 50 pages of Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children last year around Halloween, and I didn't really get into it, but I think that if I actually push myself to continue on past the first 50 pages, I'll actually enjoy it. Then I have Unwind by Neal Schusterman. I have been wanting to read this book for so long. Even before I owned the book, I've been wanting to read it, but I have not read it yet. I don't know why. It's about a society where if a kid is bad, or if you don't want the kid, or something about a child, if they're bad or something, they will unwind them, which is like take out organs for other people, or just like dissect them and use all of their parts. Next, I'm bringing Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn, and I just saw the trailer for the movie, and it looks so interesting. I don't even know what it's about because it was a very weird trailer, but it made me want to read the book. So it did its job, and it makes me want to see the movie. I'm also bringing Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, and I have already read this book. I read it last year, but I really want to reread it because I think it will really apply to my life when I first arrive at college. Kath, is an English major. She's socially awkward, and she likes to spend time on the computer. I am going to be all 3 things. Well, I am 2 of the things, but I'm going to be the 3rd thing when I arrive at college. The next book that I'm bringing is Warm Bodies by Isaac Marion, and I have been wanting to read this book for a while. I was planning on reading it during the Booktubeathon, but I never got around to reading it. It's really short, and I think it'll be nice to have at college when I'm kind of stressed out and I don't have a lot of time to read. I can just pick up this short book and be entertained because I really enjoyed the movie and I want to read the book. Then I'm bringing Everything Leads to You by Neal, and it sounds really interesting, and I've heard a lot of good things about it, so why not have a nice contemporary book to have? I actually didn't bring that many contemporary books. I like contemporary, and yet I did not bring that much contemporary. This will fulfill that lack of contemporary. And the last book that I'm planning on bringing to college is Forgive Me, Leonard Peacock by Matthew Quick. I planned to read this book this month. It's about a boy named Leonard Peacock who is going to kill his best friend and then kill himself. I don't really know why he's going to do that, but that's what he is planning on doing. So those are the books that I'm planning on bringing to college. I actually will maybe end up bringing more books than that. I'll just look around my room and think that I need to bring like Twilight or something for sentimental reasons. I don't know. So these are the bare necessities that I'm bringing to college. So thank you for watching. Please request any videos you'd like me to make in the future down below, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!